Hello chess friends, welcome back to our YouTube channel. So in this video we are going to cover a game which is played in the Chess Super League. So hope you are all covering this interesting Super League. Basically it's a league of teams and there are multiple teams and there are like all kind of players in this world class players. So there are world champions, of course there is Kosteniuk, there is Hikaru Nakamura, the world elite, there is Ding Liren and so many other top players. So this is like a really awesome league, and it is basically sponsored by Samay Raina and Chess Base India, and I think they are individually doing a great job. But I think this is just a stepping stone. This is just a foundation. They are laying down the foundation of a future super league, which will be grand. It will be awesome, and the entire chess world will follow that. Of course, even this is followed by a huge amount of people. This is this is a great initiative by these guys. So, but this is just a stepping stone. A great amount of chess will happen, and many such leagues will open up in the future. So, excellent initiative by both of these guys, Samay Raina and Sagar Shah from Chess Base India. So, this was a game played between Vidit Gujrathi and Murali Karthikeyan. Both of them were in severe time pressure. And well, looking at such, basically, it's a missed win from Black we are looking at. And whenever we are looking at such games, always remember these games were played in certain situations. For example, this was played in a very severe time pressure. Both of the players were in time pressure. So my task is not to judge the players by the moves they played or they did not play, because it's very easy for us to just click on a button, find the best move using an engine, or take some time and find the best move in a very comfortable situation sitting at our homes, and very difficult to do it in an over the board situation or under such a severe pressure, even if you're playing an online tournament. It's totally different thing, and so it's not my job to judge these players. My job is obviously to understand and learn from their mistakes, and I think this is something that we can all do. So let's learn from this excellent game. It is Black to play. Karthikeyan in this position played bishop to c7. Let me just go through it. Bishop to c7. He was in time pressure. He just decided, okay, I'll just protect the knight. And this is actually a mistake. There was a very interesting win for Black. But we are going to cover that very soon. Let's have a look at the continuation first. First, rook takes rook was played. So with it, quickly exchange the rooks, realizing the mistake he played. And knight takes knight. Now comes h5. The rook just goes on an excellent square. You can see the queen is unable to move because there is a checkmating threat over here. Queen takes g7, so this queen is unmovable. Now this pawn is hanging. Knight is well protected. Everything looks very good for white, of course, and obviously this cannot be captured because of checkmate over here. That checkmate has been looming for a long time. So of course, in this position, after the move rook to g5, rook to d7, Vidit just played a very simple move, bishop to e2. There is a simple threat, a very simple threat of bishop to c4, winning the game. Now, obviously, Vidit the piece up. So this is where Karthikeyan resigned the game. But of course, let's go back all the way and find the missed win that was available here for him. So our job is not to judge these players because this was obviously a time pressure situation, and I myself was not able to find this move. It's totally extraordinary, out of the world move. So Black to play, win the game. See if you can find the move that Black missed over here. Well, here comes the excellent, brilliant move that Black should have played in order to win the game. Bishop to b4. What a tremendous move. We are sacrificing the bishop. Both the pieces can capture it. Obviously, it's pinning the queen over here. So the queen can't really move. There are two options for white: capturing that with the queen or capturing with the pawn. So let's have a look at what happens if pawn takes. What's the point? The point is there are some really big targets. The f2 pawn is a target. You can see the queen and rook are aligned. At the same time, the bishop is a target, the rook is a target, and all of this can be exploited using the perfect move. Rook captures on d1. Now this basically exploits all the weaknesses in the white's position in just one go. So if bishop takes, you can see the line, the f file has been opened up. So just queen takes on f2 is a checkmate. All right, let's go back. In this position, king takes is also possible. Unfortunately, this gives rise to queen takes on f3 check, picking up the bishop or picking up the rook, and wherever the king goes, basically this will be absolutely winning. You can see Black is gathering more and more material. So after the move bishop to b4, he can also take with the queen. What is the difference? Well, not much, because again the rook, pardon me, the rook, the bishop and the pawn remains severely weak, And the entire point of this move, bishop to b4, was a line clearance. It is a piece sacrifice, but of course the main theme is line clearance. It clears up the d file and gives rise to this excellent tactic on f2, f3, d1. So what if queen takes? Well, in that case, again, you go with rook takes on d1. The same stuff. Again, if bishop takes and queen takes on f2 is mate. And if king takes, then takes, and the rook drops at the same time. After takes. We have a rook versus a knight. Obviously, the rook is going to pick up more material over here. And let's say something like this. Now, it's pretty simple. You can just capture the pawn, obviously, but you can also play something like queen e2. Oh, capturing the pawn, by the way, guys, I just realized it's not a good idea probably because of queen to b8, so not to play that. But I think after this, queen to e2 is an excellent move, attacking this, protecting the rook, attacking here, and also queen c2 is a threat. So black will be winning this in a long term. Obviously white can throw some nasty checks, but they are going to soon end. There is no perpetual over here because after the, let's say after the move queen over here, there is nothing perpetual after the king steps on the light square. So this is totally fine for black, and obviously with such exposed king and such loose pieces, he is totally lost. So this is what Karthikeyan missed in this position. Bishop to b4, an excellent line clearance. What a wonderful move. uh, but of course he was in severe time pressure. To expect him or anyone else find this move is very difficult, except I think very few players. I think Magnus would have found this, but he's the world champion, of course, and this is extremely difficult position. But obviously, what we can learn from this, how do we find this kind of tactics in our own games? Well, the secret is keep looking for targets in the opponent's position. You always know that the bishop on f3 is a target, f2 is a target, rook is a target. So you always have to be alert, and the people who are alert can find such tactics, although the difficulty of this tactic is pretty huge. So, you know, tactics always happens in the games of players like Tal, Fisher. Why do they always happen in their games? Why not in our games? The reason is because they're constantly looking for it. They're constantly trying to make this kind of tactics. They are eager. They are always looking for this, and they're always looking for the weaknesses in the opponent's position. So Karthikeyan should have just believed in his position and realized that there is something. Every grandmaster or international master have this. Even strong players have this sense that there is something in the position. They just have an idea, an intuition that there's some sort of a tactic. But obviously, with very few seconds left on his clock, I don't think anyone would have found this tactic, bishop to b4. But what a lovely looking, beautiful move. So, hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for watching, and do subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you next time.